couldn't imagine a place that exposes me to a better group of colleagues, of students, of research problems. There's just nowhere else in the world that I've ever been to that is as full of outstanding people and interesting problems to work on. I'm Sam Madden. I'm a professor of computer science. I work in CSAIL, and the research area that I work on is building large-scale software systems for data management. In my research group, we built a number of software tools that are designed to allow people to process different types of data or get access to different types of data. As one example of a system that we've been working on recently is a system for generating digital maps from satellite imagery or GPS traces. So the input to this is data, for example, from smartphones that people are carrying around that capture GPS traces, or satellite imagery. And the output is a high-quality digital map that can be used in a tool like Google Maps or Waze to allow people to navigate, or fed into an open mapping platform like OpenStreetMaps. Making digital maps is challenging because, especially when you're looking at something like a satellite image, it's hard to see the details of how the roads interconnect. So imagine that you're looking at an overhead satellite image of a complicated freeway interchange where the roads go around in spirals or cross over each other. It's very hard to tell from just a few pixels of an image whether those roads really intersect or not. We've mitigated this challenge through several different approaches. So one thing we observed is that these GPS traces actually help really well with things like those freeway interchanges, because the GPS traces trace the exact path that a particular car took, and so you can tell which roads are connected and which roads are not connected from those GPS traces. Conveniently, it also turns out that getting access to GPS information, the GPS traces that you can get tend to be traces of vehicles driving on these major roads. It's harder to get good GPS coverage for lots of small streets. So what we observed in this project is that we can use the satellite imagery to get the connectivity, the road map for the small roads, and then we can use the GPS traces to infer the connectivity of the more major roads that tend to be these more complicated interchanges that are hard to pick out from the satellite imagery. MIT, and specifically CSAIL, are a fabulous place to work. I couldn't imagine a place that exposes me to a better group of colleagues, of students, of research problems. There's just nowhere else in the world that I've ever been to that is as full of outstanding people and interesting problems to work on. And I come to work every day. I get to interact with a fabulous group of students. I get to work on different problems almost every day, and I just feel like I'm always learning and expanding, what I know, and always doing new and different things, and that just keeps the experience very fresh, which I really enjoy and keeps me going on an everyday basis.